Balto, I'm doing the thing. Hang on. Dun, 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 dun. Mr. Sunday, this is what I'm reading today. Right, Balto? Alright, guys. Listen. I watch Mr. Sunday. I'll have the channel description and link below. You need to check him out. He's hilarious. Him and Mason, they do a weekly podcast every Monday. I always listen to it. And they have this one segment called What Are We Reading and What We're Going to Read. And it's a little segment about what they're going to read or what they're reading at that given point. I know, Balto, right? So, Mason, you're a dick. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, prick. I'm gonna find that Nazi gold. If you get, you'll get it if you watch the weekly podcast. Well, basically, I would like to just pretty much respond to Mr. Sunday and say, hey, this is what I'm reading today in the shitter. Yeah. So I am reading. That's right, Wolverine, Old Man Logan. Now, if you don't know about this is definitely, a lot of people want to see this made into a film. It's an awesome comic book. I don't even really like I don't read comic books too really at all. I do like, graphic novels. This is a graphic novel, of course. I think it's a graphic novel, damn it. But I'm just not somebody who really gets into, comic books. I tried, but I'm really into the manga thing. But there are some out there that I absolutely love, and this is one of them. This one, and I got a few others. Of course, it's by Mark Miller, who did Kick-Ass, and what was the other one? Wanted. That was it. Wanted, and Steve McNeven. Hope I didn't butcher his last name. This pretty much is about Logan, and it's set in a different kind of. It's a different, it's not from the continuity of all the other comic books. It's like not an elsewhere, but a what if type deal, so to speak. Well, basically, all you need to know is that he is an old wrinkly guy. Something happened where a lot of the superheroes are pretty much wiped out, and the villains have taken over pretty much Earth and taken over territory. Like, you have freaking the Red Skull, who owns Washington, D.C., and then you have the Hulk, who owns a certain part of land. Hulk has kids. It's insane. The artwork is so beautiful. I really like the artwork. The artwork is so great. If I don't like the artwork, I'm not gonna read it. If I don't like it, I'm not gonna pick it up. I'm not gonna look at it. And I ain't gonna read it, even though the story's probably gonna be good. I want to get into something that the artwork wasn't to my liking. So the artwork in this is beautifully done. The fights, man, the fights between Logan, and there's two fights in particular: Logan versus the Hulk, Logan versus Red Skull. Awesome fights, brutal fights. This story is so graphic. This story is so brutal, so bloody, so much carnage, so much death. It's fantastic. I know, it's sad, right? It's fantastic. There's a lot of characters that you see, what happened to them. There's a lot of cameos as well. Great comic book. I absolutely enjoy the hell out of this thing. It's a great story as well. Something I haven't. It's definitely in the back. It says it's Mad Max with a little bit of Clint Eastwood Western style into it. Perfect description. I always feel like Logan is that cowboy, that yippee-ki-yay kind of guy. Not that hard, but but the setting, the tone that they put on these pages is definitely Mad Max, and I love Mad Max, and I think this is a great story. You need to pick it up if you haven't read it. You can get it in comic book store. You can get it online. You can get it at convention centers. This is the deal. This is the shiznit right here. This is brutal. This is brutal. It's brutal. I love the characters that get introduced in here. Some of the newer ones. I love the old ones. I love where they're at. Just an awesome comic book. I know they want to make the third one. There's been rumblings about the third Wolverine movie that they're going to set in Old Man Logan. There's no way they could do it. There's no way you're going to get an Old Man Logan film adaptation true to the source material, because all this involves all the Avengers, all the X-Men. I mean, you're just not going to get it. There's just too many characters that Fox does not own, and it just wouldn't feel like an Old Man Logan story if you didn't have, Captain America, if you didn't have what happened to Iron Man. Ultron's a big part as well. Spider-Man's a huge part in here as well in a certain aspect. Arrow, I mean, there's just no way. Hulk is the biggest factor of this, and Red Skull. If you don't have Hulk or Red Skull, why are you going to make a film adaptation of Old Man Logan? I don't see it working, honestly. It's definitely not going to be an Old Man Logan movie, so don't call it that. So I don't know why the film studios are rumblings saying this is going to be an Old Man Logan. I'm not saying that it's true that the third Wolverine movie will be based off this or will be Wolverine Old Man Logan, but if they are going that way in that direction, there's no way they could do it. It's not going to stay true to the material, right, Balto? Okay, right. So thank you guys, and Mr. Sunday, that is what I'm reading today, and that is Wolverine Old Man Logan. Pick it up, guys. One of the best graphic novels to date. Definitely just a fun freaking read. Just bravo to Mark Miller and Steve McNeven. So that's what am I reading, Mr. Sunday? That's what I'm reading. So it's another segment next week of what I'm reading, because there's a lot of shitty material that you can sit back in the toilet, take your just get rid of all that Mexican food, like that torta I ate last night that was not that very good, and just sit back and enjoy a good read. That's what I'm reading today.